Today, what we are going to do is we are going to start with S.Y.B.Sc Zoology paper first, same 4, and we'll be starting with Unit 3. Name of this unit is Scientific Attitude, Methodology, Writing, and Ethics. This is the name of the unit. Okay, can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the name of the unit, Scientific Attitude, Methodology, Writing, and Ethics. First of all, we'll see what is science and scientific method. Science is a Latin word which means to know. Science is methodological. Science is methodical and aims to give precise knowledge. It is a mode of thinking which paves the way of systematic investigation of natural world. Okay, it is methodological, means it is based on methods, and it aims to give precise knowledge. Accurate knowledge देण्याचं मुख्य त्याचं aim असतं. It is a mode of thinking which paves the ways of systematic investigation of natural world. Scientist who pursues the process of science systematically are known as scientists. The scientific methods can be defined as experimentation, observation, logical arguments based on known facts and hypotheses, and aims to acquire a logical interrelation of facts. It demands logical and objective procedure. Okay, it demands what? Logical and objective procedure. And a rational thought process involves fact and truth. Okay, science is entirely based on the fact, what is actually there, without any bias, and the truth. Okay. Have you understood this slide? If there is any doubt regarding any point in this slide, you can ask me. Or if you have understood very well, then we'll move to next slide. Have you understood? Have you understood the thing? Yes or no? Riddhi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You're not saying anything. Okay. So we'll see what are scientific method or inquiry. Scientific method or scientific inquiry. There is a deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning approach. So first of all, we'll see what is deductive reasoning approach. This abstract method of priori reasoning. Okay, priori reasoning. So it is based on drawing hypothesis from existing theory and checking it. So first of all, we'll need to find out the hypothesis in this method, and finding out the hypothesis prior and making that hypothesis and further checking it is our this method. So theory, hypothesis, then observations or test, then confirmation, and then rejection or confirmation of the hypothesis. So the approach of this Deductive reasoning is general to specific. That is top-down approach. ते जनरल वरून स्पेसिफिक ऑब्झर्वेशन कडे येणं. Here one need to refer plenty of references and there is a very short time. So it is used in ecology and evolution kind of complex studies. Okay. Then the next one is inductive reasoning. In inductive reasoning, collection of facts and draws conclusion through posteriori reasoning. म्हणजे इथे काय असतं की आधी सगळ्या ऑब्झर्वेशन्स घेऊन मग त्यावरून शेवटी काय केलं जातं, एखादं कन्क्लुजन मांडलं जातं. इट स्टार्ट्स विथ ऑब्झर्वेशन अँड थिअरीज आर फॉर्म्युलेटेड ॲट द एंड. आणि थिअरीज शेवटी बनतात. इथे काय असतं, आधीच थिअरी असते डिडक्टिव्ह मध्ये. इंडक्टिव्ह मध्ये theories are formulated at the end. So the flow is like observations or tests, then patterns, then tentative hypothesis, and further leads to formation of theory. So it is having specific to general approach. Specific to general approach, that is bottom-up approach. So here scale literature and not time bound. फार काही literature based नसतो and it is again not a time bound thing. It's used in cellular, molecular and developmental biology kind of fields. So these are the two ways of reasoning. One is called deductive reasoning. So where theory and hypothesis is before experimentation, these are there. And based on that, certain experimentation is done. And in inductive reasoning, theory and hypothesis are formed afterward, after taking the observations. So this is top-down approach, general to specific, and this is bottom-up approach, specific to general. लक्षात येते तुमच्या हे?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the two ways of reasoning in scientific method. Now we'll see another important point, and that is critical thinking. Okay, critical thinking. This critical thinking is obligatory prerequisite for scientific method. कुठली पण scientific method use करण्याआधी you need to thoroughly go through the topic, to think over the topic, to think over the subject, and such thorough study and thinking analysis is called as critical thinking. So Barry Care in 1995, he mentioned as critical thinking means making clear reasoned judgment. Leslie Brown in 1993 says the process of actively, skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and evaluating information to reach final conclusion is called critical thinking. I'm again repeating both definitions. The first one, Barry Care in 1995 says critical thinking means making clear, reasoned judgment. And Leslie Brown in 1993 says the process of actively, skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and evaluating information to reach conclusion is called critical thinking. Such critical thinking helps to recognize problem and to find possible means of solving it. It set priorities and order of precedence. म्हणजे कुठलं काम आधी करायला पाहिजे, कुठल्या गोष्टीला जास्त प्रायोरिटीज द्यायला पाहिजे, काइंड ऑफ दॅट. It identify hidden ideas and values. It identify the use of language also. Then infer data to assess evidence and evaluate argument. It draws necessary conclusions and overviews. It involves test and the final conclusions. It reform belief and conclusions. ओके, जे काही आधीचे बिलीफ असतात ते रिफॉर्म केले जातात आणि कन्क्लुजन मांडले जातात. सो दॅट इज सिम्पली इज कॉल्ड क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग. ओके, दॅट इज सिम्पली कॉल्ड critical thinking. And I hope you all must have understood this slide. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next important part is the role of chance in scientific discovery. Okay, the role of chance means some of the discoveries or most of the discoveries are discovered by chance event. Okay, they